He is an award-winning director of stage and screen who's worked with the likes of Denzel Washington, Viola Davis, Felicia Rashad, Audra McDonald, Ava DuVernay, and that list goes on and on. A homegrown talent. He just opened his new show, Trading Places, the musical, at the Alliance Theater. I recently got a chance to sit down and catch up with my friend Kenny Leon, who's in our spotlight. Kenny, my friend, I am so happy to have you back.
It's good to be back.
I think we figured out it's been about 3 years, but of course, well, you haven't really slowed down much, and you are back at your old stomping grounds for the world-renowned premiere of Trading Places. Tell me more about this.
Trading Places, the musical.
Yes.
Which is sort of inspired by the 1983 film with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy.
Right.
But this musical has nothing to do with that. So we've actually made that story like what makes it impactful for today's audiences.
Yes.
So we took Anissa Foes, African-American actress, we put a black woman at the center of this story, and we put all kind of people around her. So the musical becomes about if we all were to trade places for 5 minutes, you know, because we're different politically, culturally, sexually. If we were to change places for 5 minutes, wouldn't we learn from each other and be better communities, better country? So this world premiere musical is about that, and it's wonderful music. It's ballads written by Alan Zachary and Michael Werner.
What was that like working with them?
Great. These guys are this is great, clever. They make beautiful songs. You're gonna cry. You're gonna get on your feet and dance. Fatima Robinson did the choreography. Fatima did the Super Bowl. So this past Super Bowl, she choreographed that, and we last did the Wiz Live together. So she's doing the choreography. Tom Lennon from Reno 9/11 is writing the story. It is beautiful. I have 20 wonderful actors. Bryce Pinkham is great.
I can't wait.
Mackenzie Kurtz. It's a great group of people.
Now, having that kind of reimagined version, which I love, and I love that there's a female lead, does that create just a different dynamic, you think, for the audience? What can we expect?
Yeah, I think that people who have seen the film,
of course,
I think they'll be like, okay, they'll love it. But people who haven't seen the film, you don't have to have seen the film. It has nothing to do with the film. It has all to do with us now living in the world that we're living in. It has to do it now. And so it's exciting to be home in Atlanta and to premiere this at the Alliance Theater under Susan Booth's great leadership. But then we're birthing this baby for the world. So it'll be born here in Atlanta, but it'll go to New York, it'll go to England, it'll go around the world. So it's exciting to be home to do that.
And you have always, you know, when I'm lucky enough to have you here in the studio, you know, you're having your time in LA, you're in New York, but Atlanta is your home. In fact, you recently served as a keynote speaker for the Woodruff Arts Center's 9th Annual Education Conference. But you're very intentional about continuing to support our city.
Christine, you know I am a country boy, born in Tallahassee, Florida, cut my teeth here in Atlanta, Georgia, attended Clark Atlanta University right here in our beautiful city, and I'm always trying to think about how to impact the community, how to impact that next generation. None of us, you know, none of us are gonna get out here alive, and you can't take anything with you. So it's what you leave, how you serve each other. So when folks call and ask me to talk to our young people or talk to adults about our young people, which was, you know, we have a sad issue of gun violence in this country, and you know, some of our babies are being taken away, and we as adults, we got to stand up. We got to do more. We got to talk louder, do more. We got to do more. The last line of Trading Places, the musical, is like, feeling good, looking good, and the character says, no, doing good.
Oh, I love it.
Doing good. And that's what all of us have to do. We got to do better. And so, you know, a chance to talk to young people about, you know, doing good, I'm all for it. Talking to our politicians about doing good, I'm all for that.
Action.
You know?
We need action.
Absolutely.
And that's what
and definitely supporting our teachers. You know, we got to do better at that.
We do. Now, you mentioned right before we started the interview that you were going back to LA for something with LeBron James. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I've been blessed. You know, I've been doing a lot of work. It's like my friend Samuel L. Jackson says, you got to stay relevant. And so I've been lucky enough to work on this world-class, world premiere Trading Places. but at the same time, I opened a show called King James in Chicago at Steppenwolf Theater that's moving to Los Angeles now. So King James is about LeBron James, but he's not in the play, but he's supportive of the play. But it's about his life, his career, his values, his relationship to community. It is funny. Chris Perfetti and Glenn Davis star in it. It is the funniest thing I've ever worked on. But it's also saying something really meaningful about community and our relationship to our stars. So I probably work more now than I worked pre-pandemic, but I just think that we're all blessed to do what we do. And our job as storytellers is to tell stories that you think will impact the world and make a real difference. And I wake up every day trying to do my best at doing that.
You do. You're such a positive influence, and we are just so blessed that you were able to stop by. I know how busy you are. You know how much I appreciate it.
Always great seeing you.
I reached out when I knew that he was doing Trading Places, and I said, please come by and get Atlanta excited to go out and see it.
I did.
And we're just so proud of you.
Come on by the Woodruff Art Center.
You know
come on by the Alliance Theater. You know, come on out. Come on out.
That's right.
Come on out.
Love you, Kenny.
Yes.
Kenny Leon, guys. I told them they were in the presence of greatness. They know that.
Thank you, love.
What a remarkable talent, but an even better person. And please be sure to check out our web extra, where Kenny talks about a fortuitous moment in his career that happened right at the height of the pandemic. Visit our website, ATL & Co. For that, that's atlantaandcompany.com, ATL & Co. on Facebook. We'll have it up there as well.